Okay, so this is the black-white Asmo Humans deck that I was playing. I think like last week, or maybe a couple of weeks ago. I made a few changes. I cut down from 4 Unearth to 2, because they kind of felt awkward in a few matches that I played last time. And I think having fewer non-creature spells will be beneficial to the deck. I also trimmed the 3rd cookbook, and that's because we're playing fewer of these reanimation spells. So like there's less reason to have multiple copies of this. Let's see. I went up from 2 to 3 extraction specialist, and that's because it's a reanimation spell for the cookbook. And it's also just like it's a creature, which Unearth isn't. That helps with having the density of things for Aether Vial. We're also playing 2 Dark Confidant. This card is a card that I was playing in a previous version of the deck, the one with lures. And the idea behind this is that it's another way to justify having cookbooks in your deck. You don't need or want to play like 4 copies of cookbook in this deck. So Oval Chase Daredevil isn't as good in that sense. Like you only ever really have one of these in play. If you have another one, you're usually just gonna discard it to the first cookbook you played. So because of that, Dark Confidant is pretty much the same as a Daredevil. Like if on average you're only gonna have one cookbook in play, and you're only discarding one card, the Oval Chase Daredevil and Confidant end up being kind of the same. And Confidant has the upside of being castable early on, and also just being a good grindy spell. It is weak to, like Ren and 6 and stuff, but we don't care about that. Confidant is also good with the Extraction Specialist, because you don't need to attack with it to get this get the card draw effect. Yeah, that's about it. Everything else is essentially the same. I decided to keep the sideboard the same. I know last time I said that the sideboard might have needed some work, but I think with these new changes, with fewer like Unearth, fewer reanimation spells in general, I think it's okay to just like keep the same kind of sideboard plan, because you don't have to work around those reanimation spells as often. That's the idea. Okay, we're playing against Gigantha, and we're on the draw. This hand, I think, is okay, since it has the Saga in it. And Gigantha could mean, like, Death Shadow, and Sentinel Thalia is good against that. So, let's try it. Oh, Saga is also good against Death Shadow. So they have Thoughtseize. I imagine they would take Sentinel here. Specialist is kind of good, actually, because I can get back my Sentinel. Or if they, discard this or something. So that's cool. I don't think I'm gonna discard to make a food this turn. Maybe next turn, just to pump the Saga tokens. Shredder. Okay. A second Specialist. So I could play the Saga this turn, or just go for Specialist next turn. Yeah, that seems good to me. I think I want to get like max value out of this Saga, so I'm gonna do that. I think I will still hold off on activating this cookbook. They're at 10 life, so they could play Death Shadow here. They heat the Thalia, that's fine. I can Extraction Specialist it back into play next turn. Oh, there is a Shadow. Okay. They ditched the Dress Down. That's interesting. They know I have the Saga in hand, so maybe they have another Dress Down, or maybe they're just expecting or anticipating Extraction Specialist. I don't think they know about it though. Yeah, they don't know about it. Oh, so I can play Saga Specialist or Cavern Specialist, and Saga Specialist would let me start making food tokens or construct tokens next turn. But I think I want to double spell Specialist or go back-to-back Specialist. So I'm gonna play the Cavern on human. Get back the Thalia probably, just because she isn't like optional. You have to pay for the Thalia tax. I might discard end of turn. Probably not. They heat the Specialist. Good thing I have another one. So they can't dress down here, so I'll just let this 3/3 go through. Oh, right. Bloodstained Mire. Well, I don't think I should have blocked anyway. So we're getting hit for 8 this turn. It's a decent amount. Okay, so no cards in their hand. I'm considering what to do here. If I attack, it'll put them down to 5. Then I can chump block a shadow using my Esper Sentinel, maybe? Or the Extraction Specialist. I am gonna be setting up for this Saga too, so if they don't kill my Thalia this turn, I'm gonna discard this one. I'm just trying to think if I can attack here. Because if I do attack here and they let it go through, and I play the Specialist, and they find a removal spell, they'll be able to kill my Specialist, and then I would have to chump block this Death Shadow, and the Ragavan would get in. I think that's fine. I'm gonna attack and see if they block. I don't think they will, because I want to put them down to a pretty low life total so I can threaten like lethal on the crackback or something. Okay. Okay. So I think I will discard Aether Vial end of turn, or maybe discard Thalia end of turn. Either one seems fine. They have to pay 4 for a expressive iteration if they want all of this to... So if I block the Ragavan with the Specialist and they have Dress Down, I die. They didn't attack with that. Do I play around the second Dress Down after they put one in the bin? If I do it like this, we would get to like take the Ragavan. And if they don't have Dress Down, we wouldn't die, but we would take 8 and be at 5 life. 5 life, they're at 5 themselves. And then this Ledger Shredder is pretty close to killing me. Notably, I don't have this card in my sideboard. Or in my main deck. They found Asmo. If they have like Street Wraith, they can cast that, but I don't think they are gonna do that. So Cookbook, discard Thalia or Aether Vial. I think I'll discard the Thalia. Okay, land isn't great, but I can at least discard those. I can also sack the Cookbook to get back a Specialist end of turn. I don't know how good that is, but it's something to think about. I'm actually going to discard this now, because I think I'm going to make it a Saga token. So my token is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 power right now. So I could block all on this Shadow, and if they don't have removal, it will die. Not sure how much I trust that. I think I'll block there. Oh, they have another one. And Thoughtseize. Well, that's fine. Okay, so we have a Construct. They have no cards in hand. Second Saga is pretty good. So on this board, the second Cookbook might actually be okay. I'll get Vial. In case we draw Asmo, I can sack a food end of turn. And we can start killing these shadows too. Unholy Heat, huh? The Ragavan's kind of a weird attack. Okay. I'm not sure why they attacked with the Ragavan. So that's a 3/5. I'm actually going to keep this on 0. So I don't have to discard a card to Asmo. Or to play Asmo. Okay. Oh. Alright. I don't have an Asmo in the graveyard, so I can't sack this to get it back. They have to block. I'm going to make a Construct token instead of discarding because I need the blocker for the shadows. Oh boy. Okay. Hanging on by a thread. If they find removal, I'm dead. If not, then that's pretty cool. Nice. Okay, we're still alive. I'm gonna keep this on 0, I guess. Ranger-Captain can find Asmo, and I guess that technically doesn't really do anything, does it? Oh, but it makes my champion a 3/3, so that's pretty good. Yeah, I think that's the play. Oh, I forgot. I could have ticked this up because I'm probably gonna get a second Vial anyway. But I'll tap this for mana. I'm trying to think what they could have drawn. I feel like they're just sandbagging here. I'm not sure, of course. We can't get the Cookbook because we need to discard that to make another food, which might be relevant. I'll get the Springleaf Drum. Cast the Captain. Alright. So yes, I will get the Asmo. I'm going to Vial in the Asmo. And then this is gonna get a Cookbook. Now we have 3 lethal attackers and 2 chump blockers. Take 3. Nice. Ooh. Alright. Sure. That was a close one. Against this deck, we probably want some Sanctifiers, Forge-Tender, possibly Giant Killer. I think they're gonna bring in the 2 mana artifact that taps to exile stuff, so let's just take out some Unearth and Extraction Specialist. And then I think it's good to bring in a couple Portable Hole on the draw. Everything else seems fine. Maybe take out the Springleaf Drum and one more Specialist. So now the deck looks like this. Bob is pretty good. I might also want this Giant Killer. Maybe. Try it like this, maybe? Shadowspear would have been good there, but they're probably gonna bring in some hate for this Urza Saga. Like Alpine Moon. Oh, right. I should probably bring in answers for Alpine Moon. Shouldn't I? We can leave this out. It might be correct to go down on the Asmo package as well. I'm not sure. Because she can, you know, sweep up some of the creatures. Shadows get bigger than it, but... Or shadows get bigger than the 6 damage, but... Other than that, she can kill like the Shredders, Kroxa, Ragavans. This seems really good. I'll keep that. Ooh, and they're not even playing anything? Oh boy. Yeah, they can't deal with Aether Vial on turn 1. Or turn 2, actually. I think their only answer is Kolaghan's Command. Next turn, I can get down one of these 3, or 2 of these 3 creatures. Probably the Champion, just because it's kind of bad if you play it last. Whereas Sentinel might still be okay on turn 3. I could also go for Champion, Sentinel, and Urza Saga next turn. Yeah, I'm just gonna draw or discard this Godless Shrine. So how greedy are we? I could play the Sanctifier this turn. That would get rid of this Kroxa right away. It would stop Ragavan Dash, I guess. But it would be susceptible to Thoughtseize. They didn't have Thoughtseize these last 2 turns, but you never know. Yeah, I think I'm gonna be safe. And if we do it this way, then we can play a 3-drop next turn without having to, you know, lose a Saga trigger. And they might also play Alpine Moon. Explosives on 1. Okay, so they can use that right now. I'm glad. I'm pretty glad we played that Sanctifier, because otherwise I would have gotten hecked. We can force them to crack it, kinda. Or well, yeah, I mean, they're just gonna do it. It makes sense. That's a 3-drop. Yeah, I'd probably just play that. It uses my mana better. And with this hand, let's see, next turn we could play double Sentinel, or just leave up an Urza Saga activation. Could get Champion of the Parish for some more attackers. Or we could be greedy and get the Asmo. That seems kind of slow, so I think I'll get the Champion and pass. Then Champion Sentinel, they have a Darcy, 2 card types, and Thoughtseize. Okay, well, you probably have to take the hole, I would say. Yep. Ooh. Okay, so if I play that, we can attack for 6 this turn. I think they're going to chump block regardless. So if we play this, we get in for 3, I think. And then they're at 4. They can't really kill me this turn. Yeah, I don't know how we can lose if we just play this, right? I can even upkeep sack if I want. I don't know if I'm gonna do that, but they just take it. Okay, do I upkeep sack? Yeah, probably not. I think I want more creatures in play. That'll probably be harder to deal with than not being able to cast spells this turn. This matchup feels pretty solidly favored with the sideboard cards and like Sentinel, Thalia, and Urza Saga. This just seems good. Or hard to deal with for a shadow deck. So they exiled Fatal Push, which is something. They can't push yet. Oh, well. So they're just dead unless they have Fury, I guess. Alright. Sick. Yeah, that's probably just a good matchup for me. You know, I kind of need to work out like exact numbers for the sideboard. I feel like we might have too many sideboard cards for those matchups, and maybe not enough for like combo decks. I could play like 2 Thoughtseize up here in place of like the Shadowspear or something. And then that would be pretty good against like the Cascade decks or Belcher, for example. Yeah, Belcher seems kind of tough. We do have like Thalia, Ranger-Captain, but it's a little slow against Belcher sometimes. I will play first. Yes, please. Probably can't keep that. Oh, yes. Yes, please. Oh, if this was a 7, it would be insane. I actually think bottoming Asmo might be the best play with this hand, but I don't really want to do that. So maybe just bottom land and pray. Probably not. We're definitely keeping the vial. Maybe one of the 2-drops is probably best. Probably the Bob, actually. Just keep the aggressive cards and then leave the grindy one. That seems fine. And I think it's actually correct to lead with Godless Shrine in case we draw Urza's Saga next turn. Because then we would want to play that. And we wouldn't be able to play a black spell or a double black spell. I don't think we have those though, so let's pretend like we are Death and Taxes and try and get him. Oh, it's Hammer, of course. Of course it is. Okay. So the Bob might actually be better here because that would let us discard more cookbook or more cards to the cookbook, which is, it's better. Thalia is not bad though. Not bad at all. Okay, I'm gonna try and go aggro on them, see if it works. Because we might be able to race just straight up. With this lieutenant coming down next turn, I can just play the cookbook next turn and start discarding stuff. And they don't have the fastest start here. So, okay. Mystic probably grabs Hammer, if I had to guess, yep. So let's go to attacks. If they block the Sentinel, that's just amazing for me. I get to blow them out. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of a sus attack. So they're at 8. I have a cookbook. I'm gonna start making food. They can put a hammer on this turn, but then they die to the crackback probably, unless they make a token. Oh, well now they just can't cast hammer. That is certainly a decision. And I can force a chump block next turn. I just kill one of these. Okay, sure. I'll play that. Why not? Sack it. Is that lethal? That makes this thing a 3-power creature. So you'd be attacking for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 from the token. 13, they have to block at least 6 damage to stay alive. So they would have to block Asmo Lieutenant. So that forces chump blocks, right? Yeah, okay. So we just do that instead of discarding. Yeah, seems good. They could have Solitude, I don't know. Can't imagine they have that, but yeah, they have to chump one of these as well. Now they're at 2. They have to make a construct here if they want to put a hammer on something. This Thalia is actually carrying us because this kept them from equipping Colossus Hammer last turn or Shadowspear, and I'm not sure what they can do to get out of this. I mean, they would need a creature plus Hammer Shadowspear, and I think they might still be dead. Like actually, because then they would gain 12-ish. And we would hit them for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, they would still be dead if they got a hammer. And yeah, cool. I think the only out was like hammer or double hammer Shadowspear, and they did not have enough mana to do that. So we bring in these. Okay, these 6 cards. Maybe the Needle. I'm not sure. Cookbook is good. Unearth is kind of meh. Doesn't seem amazing. You could keep it for like the nutty like turn 2 Adeline, I guess, but there's also Cathar Commando, so that's another reason to keep that in. I kind of want to keep most of my Ranger Captains because they can fetch this giant killer, so maybe I actually cut Adeline, add an extraction specialist to go with the Commando, maybe go down Bob, up Specialist, down Springleaf Drum, up a Needle, maybe play a Shadowspear as well. Seems fine, I guess. Huh. Yes. 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 Oh, this has Specialist Cookbook as well. It just needs a 1-drop. That's all it needs. Or Cathar Commando to go off with this Specialist. This is looking good. They mulled to 5 as well on the play. Okay. They could maybe hit me for 10 here. It's not out of the question. Okay, so that's a bit annoying, but we do have the Asmo Cookbook, so we can kill that, except it does have lifelink, so they gain life. Also, they have this Giver of Runes, so I think I might need to draw a Portable Hole. It's a little awkward. Sentinel, that's good. So we go Human. I think I should probably play the Sentinel, or the Cookbook first, before this Thalia. Prioritize trying to kill this Giver of Runes. I probably discard the Thalia's Lieutenant here, because it's going to be hard to kill the Hushbringer. and I can bring it back later with a specialist if I do manage to get the Hushbringer off of the battlefield. Okay, so seems like they don't have the hammer. Discard Lieutenant. Take this up to 2. Discard the Vial, probably. Okay, so we'll play Silent Clearing. Hold the specialist for next turn. I actually might as well sack the clearing now. Could maybe draw Portable Hole. And that would be pretty good. Sentinel's not bad. So my plan is to discard this Vial. I wonder if I should just hold the Sentinel. Okay, let's attack. They have 1 card in hand. It could be Hammer, it could be Sigarda's Aid. Could also just be nothing. Kinda doubt it's nothing. No blocks. So yeah, we just kill the Giver right here. And then in 2 turns, we can kill this Hushbringer. Or just leave up Asmo. Oh, that was a punt. They should have given the thing protection. But I don't have anything to punish them, so it's whatever. This Tax's hand was kind of lucky. Also the Asmo on turn 1. Paladin, okay. Makes sense. So we tick this up to 3. Probably discard whatever we draw. So we do have both Shadowspear and Pithing Needle in our deck. And since Paladin is the one where Needle would matter, I think it might be best to just get Needle. Or get the Saga down so we can get Needle in a few turns. Yeah. And I will attack with the Asmo, because if they double block, I can kill the Hushbringer and Extraction Specialist it back into play. The Asmo, that is. We will attack with Thalia and Asmo. Oh shit. Did not mean to attack with that one. Not gonna lie. Oh, but they didn't. They just took it. Okay. I just totally autopiloted. Well, they have this thing, the Hushbringer. So the Lieutenant just doesn't activate at all. And I guess they forgot about it because they didn't block. Yeah, you can't attack with the Sentinels here because of this thing. But yeah, now end of turn we can discard the Extraction Specialist. Yeah, reading the card does indeed explain it. Let's see. Yeah, we just pass back. I think I'm actually gonna discard the Specialist to Cookbook. That way we can hold up an Asmo activation next turn. And they can't. Oh, they can play Hammer, activate it, or activate Pure Seal Paladin if they activate the Inkmoth Nexus. Or they can just draw that. That's pretty good for them. Now they can activate the Inkmoth Nexus and then equip. It's kind of awkward. And it's only 3 mana to equip too. Well, I think I'm still discarding. It's fine. So now we have this Saga token. I'm just attacking with the Asmo and Thalia. I'm gonna get rid of the Pure Steel Paladin now, so that they at least have to pay mana to equip the Reality Chip. Oh, but I should have done that after attacking. Yeah. Whoops. Well, that's okay. That's okay. Yep. So they spend mana to equip. Seems like they can't cast whatever's on top. So whatever's on top isn't a land. Second Asmo, probably not that useful. So let's just make a token. Maybe it was better to just float mana and equip Shadowspear here. Because then this would be 7 or 6 trample lifelink. Or 7 trample lifelink. Yeah, well, that's fine. It's probably still correct to get the Shadowspear. Or is it? Because now they can... No, okay, we're good. We're good. They can't play Sigarda's Aid plus Hammer and activate Inkmoth Nexus next turn. So we're good, we're good. I thought they could for a second. But because of this Thalia, everything costs 2 at least. That's good for them. A little late though. Yeah. Let's go. Well, even if they found it off the top, they wouldn't have been able to play it through the Thalia. Or at least kill me in 1 turn with the Thalia. They would be able to equip to the Hushbringer though. But I think with the 2 tokens, I think we're fine actually. Because they get like almost as big as the Hushbringer. Sick. That was a good game. That seems like a good hand. Yeah, 5-0 10-0? Pog. Maybe. This is a good hand and we're on the play. Kind of depends on what we're playing against, but okay, Tron. So against Tron, I probably play Urza's Saga over this swamp. Because then I can get the Pithing Needle. Or no, I don't have Pithing Needle in the main deck. I keep forgetting. I used to play Needle in the main deck, but it's in the sideboard now. Well, this is probably fine. We can stop Karn for 1 turn. Oh, that's... Whew, that draw is poggers. So, yeah, probably get Ranger-Captain down. And then we can get Asmo, I think. Because next turn, this Saga can get Aether Vial, then I can Vial in Asmo, get a cookbook, discard the Thalia's Lieutenant to the Extraction Specialist, play the Specialist, play Asmo, or well, play Asmo and then play the Specialist. Yeah, that's the good sequence. And I don't think I should sack the Captain next turn because they can't play Karn, unless I'm missing something. I'll set the upkeep stop just in case. Oh! Okay, I didn't play around that one. So this makes it 2-2. Okay, that's just a blocker. Not too bad. So here I get a cookbook, discard, lieutenant, play this thing. Oh, no. That was close. Play the Asmo, get cookbook, play the specialist, get this thing. Ah, oh, it's so good. Okay, so what is this? This is a lot of damage. If I attacked all at them, they would take 7 from these. I could also swing at the Ugin and then attack them for 7. Yeah, I know. That's what I think is correct, but I don't know. I'm pretty sure we just attack them. Sack Captain and upkeep, then this Ugin doesn't do anything. Oh, I guess it has a second ability that destroys something. So we could be punished by Walking Ballista or Ulamog, but who cares? So we sack Captain and upkeep and hope it works out. What is this? It is Walking Ballista, I think. Oh no, it's Ulamog, because it costs... Oh man. Are they still dead? No, they're not, because they can sack, or they can minus this. Oh, that's unfortunate. Maybe I should have attacked this. I don't know. Well, I can play the Thalia and then kill the Ugin, but I don't think it matters. Well, what does this say? There's maybe a tiny chance we come back. Well, I'm gonna try it. I'll just play fast so it doesn't take up too much time. Keep this one. This guarantees we kill the Ugin. Not sure how much that matters, but maybe I'm supposed to just ignore the Ugin and pray, but I don't know. Don't listen to Twitch chat. A lesson I have not yet learned. Never ever been wrong. Right, yes. You're right. No, next game I'll do everything you tell me to. See if I win. Oh my god. Nope. That's quite unfortunate. They played the second mine or whatever, and I thought this can't be Ulamog, but then because of the Ugin they could still cast it. That's so unfortunate. Oh yeah, so probably bring this in. I mean, I don't know if Tourach is good, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe something like this. Portable Hole might be good because it can get rid of their like expedition maps and stuff. But that's like the only thing it can do. I think the Commando is good because it can get rid of Wormcoil Engine. It's at least better than like Dark Confidant. And I think the cookbooks, I think we should keep them in with Unearth. I think that's fine. Yeah, this is probably fine if we're on the play. On the draw, I'm probably going to bring in maybe like 2 Portable Hole or something like that. Huh. Okay, well, I'll take it, I guess. Is this like 4 games in a row that we've had this? Oh, not last game. The game before that, or like the 2 games before that, we had turn 1 Vial Asmo. Okay, Courtyard, Vial. Do they have Natural Tron again? Oh my god. That'll be good in 2 turns. The cookbooks do not matter at all, so I'm just gonna play these. Or these only matter with Unearth, which is why I kept them in the deck. Maybe I should have just taken 1 out and replace it with like a Portable Hole. Aha! Want to pay? Nice. Casual. 1 mana, target opponent draws 2. Sentinel is so good. So next turn we can Violin Thalia to prevent Karn for 1 turn. This hand definitely wants to have a Lieutenant. Oh, Ranger Captain's good too. Urza's Tower. So they did find No, they didn't find Tron off of that. But maybe they have the mine in hand and they just want the second tower. Oh, that is a lieutenant. So if I play that, it hits them for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think I'm gonna try and stop Karn for a turn. This turn. But then again, Karn doesn't really like kill them. Or kill me. So maybe I play the lieutenant. Next turn go for a Vial Ranger-Captain. Because if I don't draw a land, I won't be able to play the lieutenant next turn. If I oh wait. Oh, I should have played a cookbook first. Oh no. Okay, we're doing this. So the reason not playing cookbook was a big punt because we could have vialed in Thalia this turn and then discarded Thalia and vialed in extraction specialist next turn. But whatever. This will probably find us another land if they play like another something. I guess All Is Dust is like max punish. Although we do draw 2 cards from it, but so now I'm debating between discarding the Thalia and a turn. No, it probably doesn't matter. I'll just wait till next turn. Because we could also play Ranger-Captain off the Vial. Opponent's tanking hard. It's either it's either take 8 or don't take 8. Or well, actually it's probably just take 8. Alright. They decided to take 8. Okay, so they didn't find Tron. That's good. That's really good. That means I think we just win. Yeah. Cool. Okay. Game 3. Probably should bring in the 3 portable holes. And go down a cookbook. I want to keep Unearth because you can like loop Unearth with Ranger-Captain. Like discard a 3-drop and play it on turn 1. Or turn 2. And the Unearth Commando is like okay. Other than that, I think probably maybe cut the Springleaf Drum and Specialist. I'm not sure if this is good enough. We could play turn 1 Saga, and then we would have a Pithing Needle on turn 3. But they're on the play, so they would be able to play whatever before that. I think I have to mull, try and find a faster hand. They kept 7, so I guess I keep this. And I want to keep that, I think, just to prevent something for a turn, maybe. What would you put back? I'm not sure. I think it's between Saga and Ranger-Captain. Because Ranger-Captain might stop something on turn 3, but Saga can get Pithing Needle, which could maybe save us from Karn or something. Like Ranger-Captain's a little slower. I don't know. I'll just do that. So they're on the play, they kept 7. That's, yeah. Well, no portable hole is awkward. Oh, and they have Tron on turn 3, so I guess I have a plan. I'm just gonna play these and pray. That's my plan. So they're minusing 4. Maybe the 3 mana thing, Ensnaring Bridge. Ensnaring Bridge would probably win the game because I can't destroy that, I don't think. Well, I guess we're trying it. 5, 4, 9, 11. I think the right call is probably to get rid of this Karn. But this is pretty sketch. They do have 7 cards in hand, but they also have Ulamog mana. Ooh, yikes. My best draw last turn was probably a land for the Ranger-Captain. What can you do? Yeah, I think that's it. Okay. It was a good attempt. Unfortunate. Just got turn 3 Troned. That's do be like that sometimes. So maybe for the sideboard, instead of playing some of these anti like Murktide Death Shadow cards, we can play some anti-Tron cards, and that would maybe help. Like Thoughtseize, Kitesail Freebooter. You cursed it. Yeah, it's all your fault. Come on, how dare? Yeah, I don't know. I think that we were just kind of unlucky. Yeah, I think drawing the land that one turn to play Ranger-Captain, I think that would have saved us, because then we could have prevented them from casting Ugin or the Ensnaring Bridge. And I think that would have been lethal the next turn. So that was actually a lot closer than it looked. This is kind of a weird one. No companions revealed. So I'm not sure what we're playing against. And they're playing first. It's a little slow, but if they're a slower deck, this is actually a pretty good hand. No, I'm gonna mull. I think we can get something faster. Like this. Although it's kind of it's a little sketch. I think since we don't have any black sources, I'll just bottom the Unearth. Okay, it's a black deck. So I suppose the first hand would have been better, actually, against the Thoughtseize deck, because we had 2 extraction specialists. and also Urza Saga. This is a slightly sketchy one-lander. My read is that they will take this Esper Sentinel. That's my guess. I was right. Oh, keeping the Unearth would have actually been good. Oh well, just play the cookbook. Next turn we can play Asmo. Well, they're leaving up Drown in the lock, so maybe I don't play anything. You've been working on 4-color Grist Mentor. Let's see. The Bant Triumph better than Sultai as you both get, or you get both the supplementary colors and Watery Grave basics. Okay, let me pull this up. So this is the Triumph, right? The thing I don't like is that you're like a primary black deck. Since you're primary black, you're usually gonna need the black mana more than white. And the build I was playing, at least. I guess you have Path in the sideboard. I really like Spell Pierce. I like playing 2 Spell Pierce personally because it's fun. So maybe we discard the Swamp, play Asmo, and then just try to be okay with getting drowned. Oh wait, that can't be countered. I forgot. I'm not used to playing with good lands. So yeah, they can't drown in the lock this. I totally forgot this had that extra text. That's kind of broken. So yeah, do this. They could just kill this, which would be fine. Indulgence, okay. Oh, maybe they're Grixis Reanimate or something. They discarded Fatal Push? What does that mean? Oh, I guess they had too many. Okay. Creativity Archon with most likely some reanimation spells. Okay, against an Archon deck, what matters more, Esper Sentinel or Asmo? Asmo is removal for the Archon, technically. So I think I should get back the Asmo. I only have 2 cookbooks though in this version. Next turn we can Lieutenant. Main phase Indulgence. Discarding Archon. They have the fetch. Okay, I sack that one and discard the cookbook. Next turn I'm going to discard this card. I think I should discard the Lieutenant here. We'll just kill the Archon and try to fade a second Persist. I think the second Persist would do it. Or like token plus creativity. That's a token. Prismari Command. Okay, I'll play this on human. Have the of One Minds been doing decent? I haven't like actually tried them in Modern. I usually just play the 3 Thought Scour, like 1 Spell Pierce or Force of Negation. Oh, we might still get there through an Archon. That's pretty cool. Okay, now they can't creativity me. Prismari Command, they're going for the draw, so they're looking for Persist, and they didn't find it. Sick, okay. That was pretty cool. Alright, so creativity, Archon, we definitely want Sanctifier en-Vec and Giant Killer. There's like a medium chance they play Fury in the sideboard. I'm not sure if I want it, or if I want this card, but if we see Fury, I might bring it in. Tourach kind of seems okay. Just a random discard. Although they are a reanimator deck, but maybe this could be good. I think against the 1-drops, Dark Confidant might not be as good. I think I should probably cut the Springleaf Drum. So this is what the deck's looking like right now. I have to make one more cut. How much do I want Unearth? It seems okay against the discard. Maybe just 1 specialist out? I think this is fine. I guess I'll keep it. Turn 1 Vial. Can't go wrong with turn 1 Vial, I guess. If we had a Asmo in hand, this would be crazy. Oh, I guess this doesn't cast Aether Vial, does it? So they have the Xander's Lounge. It's a bit awkward. I'll play this. They might Prismari Command my Vial next turn. That would be kind of rough. They might also just Archon me this turn. Fable. Okay. My best draw is a land. Any land. Well, so if I put this Lieutenant into play, this becomes a 4/4 and this becomes a 3/3. Then I can maybe just fight through an Archon. I think it's pretty likely they'll have an Archon next turn, even if I play this Thalia. So I'm gonna just try and kill him with these things. I hope this works. Fable seems really good in this version of the deck, right? It makes 2 tokens, or like maybe more tokens, and also loots away your Archons. I did not play around creativity for 2, and that might just do it. No, that's probably not good enough. We'll try again next time. But Of One Mind has been good. Mini Ancestral, Stupid Mentor turns, Snap plus Of One Mind, yeah. Or discarding it to Shredder. That's true. You can't just discard it to Shredder when it's bad, right? Yeah. Not having the card advantage in this deck is pretty... it can definitely be awkward. This is a weird version. Don't look at this. Yeah, I was also thinking of going down to 2 Grist and then playing the 4th Thought Scour. I might try out the Of One Mind. Okay, against this deck, Portable Hole can like answer some of their tokens, but I don't feel like it's not worth going for that. Yeah, I think just running it back is fine. Play first. I mean it has 3 lands. I should keep it. We can top deck like a 2-drop or something. And this hand is kind of Thoughtseize proof. So that's something. No turn 1. Right on time. Okay, next turn probably playing Adeline. Okay, next turn we're playing Extraction Specialist, actually. No, I ticked it up. I wonder if it was correct to just not tick that up. Just for Asmo. 3 mana, Prismari Command. That's okay. Okay, Ranger-Captain I think is good right now. Giant Killer is kind of weird. Kind of wacky. That does answer the dude, but I think Champion is a little better. Because if we draw a land, we can double spell. I can respond to Dwarven Mine with the Ranger-Captain. Hard Evidence, okay. Okay, that's a decent draw. I think I might have misplayed a little bit there. I'm gonna go for something else here. I was thinking of unearthing this Extraction Specialist, but I think it's better to sack the Ranger-Captain and unearth it next turn to get another like extra turn. There we go. That's good. They could have counterspell, right? Well, I can't play around it, so... Alright, I resolved. We're doing this again. Can I fight through 1 Archon? Probably not. Giant Killer or Champion of the Parish? I think that's the question here. Adeline is probably the correct play this turn. So whatever I get here, I would play next turn. And Giant Killer can kill 1 Archon, which might let me get through the other one for some damage. But then they gain 6 anyway. So maybe I go for Champion and just try to fight through it. Then in 2 turns I can have Vial Asmo in play. That might be good. Yeah, I'm gonna get the Giant Killer actually. Because I can hold up an Urza Saga activation next turn. Next turn I can book Asmo? No, that's in 2 turns. So I think next turn I'm gonna hold up Urza Saga activation, which I can sack to an Archon. And then at the same time just hold up the Giant Killer chop down. And they have 2 tokens, so you're gonna be able to do stuff. And I think it's still correct to sack the Ranger-Captain. I'm not sure. Might not be. So I'm thinking of playing this just to get an extra token on here. That's probably kind of dumb. But that'll be 5, 6 from the human token here. If I play the Giant Killer, that's 7. They would chump. They would have to chump. The Adeline becomes 4 power with the token, 5 power with the Giant Killer, if I play it. And then with 5 power, 2 attackers, they would have to chump both the Champion and the Adeline. Learning to not listen to Twitch chat? Yeah. I'm gonna play the Giant Killer. No. Am I gonna play the Giant Killer? Yeah, whatever. I'll just do it. This becomes 6. Yeah. Just go to combat and attack here. Okay. Alright. So if they creativity for 2, I think I might still win. So I can just sack one of these tokens. Oh, I have to discard my Asmo. Well, that's okay. Oop. Drew a land. I don't quite have lethal. That's sad. Okay. I think we have to wait for a turn. And tap down an Archon. This is kind of close. Kind of close. So we tap this down. They attack with one of them. And discard in response. Sack the Giant Killer to get max power in play. And hope they don't have another creativity. Okay. I think I'm dead. That was somewhat close. I can bring something back, but I don't think it matters. Not quite. There might have been a line where I could have won that. maybe getting the champion was better. Maybe just not sacking the Ranger Captain one of those turns was correct. That was a little too much thinking. Oh, I think this is fine. The second Vial can play an Asmo off of the Ranger Captain. So this isn't actually that bad, having the second one. Forest Arbor Elf. I wonder if this is Heliod. I haven't seen that in a while. Say human. Okay, this is a decent start. Oh, it might actually be Heliod. No, they didn't have the other land. Oh, Renin 6. Okay. Alright. So I'm gonna take up this file, say no to the other one, because I can get Asmo off of it this turn. I'll just get rid of the Renin 6 now, just in case they find a fetch land and start doing stuff. Chandra. Okay. They add mana with the Chandra. And Blood Moon. Okay, well, I have 2 vials, so it's okay. Get a cookbook, and I'll take up both vials this time. Third one is actually not bad, so I'll play this. I think play 1 cookbook, get rid of the Chandra, and then attack them for 6. We can cookbook, discard cookbook, end of turn. Then we have removal. If they play Fury, I mean, they'll probably kill this, but if they play any other like big creature, we can get rid of it using the Asmo. And I didn't play the Vial there in case I need to discard it. Like it's better to discard it. Oh, they let me draw? What could this be? 5 mana. That could be Fury, so I'm not gonna sack the Ranger Captain, I think. Oh, but maybe since I drew another one, maybe it was better too. Okay, so I should do this. Okay, we just had too much stuff in play. Cool. So, against red, we want Burrenton Forge-Tender, maybe Sanctifier. Commando is pretty good if they're playing Blood Moon. Needle seems fine. Portable Hole seems okay. I'm not sure how many cards we should really take out for this stuff. Maybe we can go down a Saga, since they're playing Blood Moon. And then Portable Holes to deal with their ramp spells. And Renin 6. Needle just because something like this. And then maybe, since they're playing, Blood Moon, we can cut the black spells. Oh, Renin 6 also makes Dark Confidant kind of bad. Maybe just 1 Sanctifier, because it is pro-red. Maybe take out a cookbook just because we cut most of the Unearth spells. Something like that. Oh, that's a good hand. That is a good hand. Imagine they play Ragavan turn 1, and they don't have removal. I actually really want that to happen. Oh, that's fine. I'm glad we have this Vial because they can Blood Moon on turn 2 with that hand. Dash Ragavan? Oh, at least it's not Blood Moon. That's the upside. A second Sprawl, and they put it on the other forest. I'm not sure what they're playing around there. Get my 1 cookbook, take up the Vial, play Saga, and I'll just dump my hand. I'm considering playing this Forge-Tender because Renin 6 and also Fury. Okay, here's what I'll do. I'll play the champion. If they cast Fury, I'll Vial in the Forge-Tender in response. If they minus the Renin 6 on the champion, I'll Vial in probably a champion in response to that. And that'll fizzle the Renin 6. I wish this was a human, but unfortunately it's not. Okay, I guess I have to I guess I have to play the champion now. Okay, the Renin 6 is gonna get some value, but that's okay. Alright. I imagine they're gonna minus on this. Yeah. I'll keep that on 1 actually. I just have more of this stuff in my hand, so. Is there even any reason to play that? It doesn't do anything. I guess I won't. They have enough mana to pay for Sentinel for the most part anyway. I'm gonna leave up the Burrenton Forge-Tender and try to prevent a Fury. Oh, no, but they have Torpor Orb in play, don't they? We can stop them from killing one of my creatures with Chandra. That was a good trade. Now we discard the Cavern, I guess. And I'm going to respond to this and then take up. That's good. Cool. So we're in decent shape. Second Blood Moon doesn't matter. We still have this Vial, so it's fine. Oh, they didn't pay for it. But just pay for the pay for the Blood Moon or for the Sentinel, dude. I don't know why you wouldn't pay there. I might as well say no to this because I could draw Thalia, and then I would want to vial that in over the Ranger Captain. And if I drew like Adeline, I could just tick it up next turn since I'm vialing this in this turn anyway. So we can kill any blocker they have. We can. This seems good. Vial was the MVP this game. Without this, on turn 1, I don't think we could have won. Yeah, that was nice. Not gonna lie, that was pretty good. 3-2 overall. Just losing to Tron and something else. I actually have goldfish memory, so... Oh yeah, creativity. Yeah, that was pretty close too. I think... Yeah, that was also pretty close. Moral of the story, I think we need some more combo, like Tron hate, like Thoughtseize. Yeah, I think this will be better, because against like the Death Shadow deck, I think we had too many sideboard cards to bring in against them. Like this package right here is for Hammer Time primarily, but they also happen to be good against Death Shadow and like Murktide and stuff. I don't know. Maybe I feel like I never like ever want to bring this in. I think I would only ever bring it in against like burn or creature aggro decks, which I think like Portable Hole is pretty good against the creature decks like already. I think we did bring it in one game. It ended up being not necessary to win, but it was okay. I think I might cut this for Thoughtseize because the Tron and like combo deck matchup seems worse in general. And this like kind of proactive removal spell I think might help out a lot. Yeah, Shadowspear, it does seem like a main deck only card. And like you could play it in place of the Springleaf Drum. But with like 20 lands in 4 Urza Saga, and also like 4 Silent Clearing, I think the drum is probably going to be better on average. Overall, I think I felt pretty good about the 2 cookbooks. There was like one game where Asmo, like we played a third Asmo or like drew one of the cookbooks, so the second Asmo wasn't able to find a cookbook. Might have been relevant. I don't remember. I think we only saw Dark Confidant one game, and it was actually pretty good in that game. Oh, it was in match 1. I'm not sure if anyone was watching back then, but we were playing against Jund, and they had Phyrexian Crusaders in their sideboard, and I was able to chump block one of them with a Confidant, although I don't remember if I won that game or not. But I wonder if this Relic is better off as a third copy of Sanctifier. Relic is pretty good against like Living End, and Sanctifier isn't. So that's something to consider. I still really like the 4 main deck Ranger-Captain of Eos. It's really good in the grindy matchups. It's good against the combo decks. Well, it's good against Cascade, and it's like mediocre against the other combo decks like Creativity. It's stalled for a few turns. Yeah, I think something like this would be good. Maybe cut the 3rd Portable Hole, or I don't know. Maybe the Pithing Needle. I feel like you want that against like a Yawgmoth though. Yeah. Something like this. This did feel a little like cleaner than the last list. A little smoother, or it ran a little smoother overall. We didn't draw Unearth when we didn't want it as often. And the extraction specialists were pretty good. I will say, I don't know about 4 copies. You could maybe go like cut the Unearths and then play the 4th extraction specialist. But I like the extra power that Unearth gives the deck because you know, specialists can't get back a Ranger Captain or Adeline, and that's sometimes relevant. Or just Tourach. Yeah. Tourach in the main deck. That's an idea that a friend of mine was telling me about. That people were like humans players were playing Tourach in the main deck just because he's good. And I kind of like that idea. I do think this deck is kind of like more of a synergy type of like humans deck. So I don't know if you want to be like in on Cookbook Unearth. I don't know if Tourach is the best card to have in the main deck. It is definitely better than Dark Confidant overall, but Confidant works a lot better with Cookbook, and I think that's like the flex spot here. Either Confidant or Specialist Unearth. We can like mess around with that later. Oh, cut one from sideboard. They're really good. They're so good against Solitude decks. It's unreal how good they are against those decks. So I think I like 3 copies in the sideboard. And you know, Solitude decks are definitely going to be one of your harder matchups as like in a reanimator kind of creature deck. So I think it's important to have the 3 Tourach. And yeah, I mean, he's also just good against like control. For example, I mean, control is also a Solitude deck, but still, yeah, I think I like having Tourach, the third one. But yeah, that'll be the stream for today. I'll see you later, I guess. I would raid someone, but I don't know how. So, yeah, bye. Have a good one, everyone. Good night, or morning, or whatever, wherever you are.